Hey, welcome to Aarchi Series by Heaven's Publishing House. And this is Arnold Stacy, bringing to you the English series for Class 4. Right? This is your course book English Skylight, and today we are going to begin with chapter number 7 of your course book, that is Helen Keller. Okay? Now, what is this again? This is Braille. Okay? This is a system of writing that people with certain problems like deaf and blind use to read and write. This is a system that helps them learn, read and write. Okay? Now, the story, children, is about one such girl who was blind and also deaf. That means she neither could see anything nor she could hear anything. Okay, so she was deaf, blind, disabled person since her early childhood, but she didn't let this disability overpower her goal in life, and she worked hard with strong determination and willpower to achieve that goal. There was nothing stopping her from being successful in life, right? In spite of these disabilities, she worked really hard in her life because she had a vision, she had a goal for herself, right? So, let's see. Keller was born in a small town in Alabama on June 27, 1880. Okay. When she was about 2 years old, she became ill, and day after day, her fever stayed high. When she was about 2 years old, her fever caught her, and it kept getting worse day by day. Okay. Slowly, her mother came to know that Helen was both blind and deaf. Now, her mother got to know that her daughter was blind and also deaf. Okay? Helen grew into a bright little girl. In spite of this, the girl Helen was very bright. Some people thought that Helen could not learn anything. Her mother did not agree. The mother did not agree that her daughter could not learn anything. She said, Helen is very smart. She said, and then added, the problem is, how can we reach her? She is locked up inside herself. Her mother said that it is not true that my daughter is not able to learn anything. It's just that we cannot find a way to reach her, right? She is all locked up inside herself. Her talent is all locked up. We just have to find some way, a right way to reach her inside. Okay. She had full confidence like all other mothers have in their children. Okay. Helen began to grow assertive. She started becoming very firm in her actions. She would not let anyone comb her hair. Her clothes were always dirty, right? She was always angry. Often she threw tantrums like she would not let anybody comb her hair, not dress her up properly, and she remained angry quite often. Sometimes she even lay on the floor and kicked her feet. She threw tantrums like she would lie on the floor and started shouting and kicking in the air. Right? She was so angry. When Helen was 7 years old, her parents thought that they should find a teacher for her. Now, Helen is 7 years of age, and now her parents start finding a good teacher that could help Helen learn things. Right? Miss Sullivan, a young teacher, agreed to the help to learn to see the words. She agreed that yes, I am ready to help Helen learn and see the words. Okay? Miss Sullivan gave Helen a doll. So when Miss Sullivan met Helen, she gifted her a doll and G-O-L-L. She spelled the word with some hand signs on her hand. She spelled the word with her fingers into Helen's hand. She made the letters with special hand signs. Now all these people who cannot see or hear, they use special hand sign languages to communicate. So Miss Sullivan taught her a word that was doll with a special sign language, hand sign language. Helen copied her teacher and spelled doll too. So this was the first word Helen had ever spelled, and that was doll. She copied her teacher. She liked Miss Sullivan. She was strict but kind. Miss Sullivan liked following orders, but she was very kind also. She spelled a lot of words to Helen on her hands day and night to make Helen understand. What she would do, she would help Helen understand some words here and there at all times of day and also sometimes at night. So she was banging for her every time. She kept making her learn new and new words. Helen, one day, her teacher made Helen put her hand into running water. Then she spelled W-A-T-E-R. What she did, she took Helen and placed her hand below the running water, under the running water. And she spelled W-A-T-E-R. Suddenly, Helen understood that water meant something wet. Wet means something that is liquid in nature, right? So she understood that something that seems like a liquid is wet. Okay? Running over her hand. She understood that words were the most important things in the world. Helen now understood that the most important thing in the world are the words, right? Words would tell her everything she wanted to know. She now knew that the words were the most important thing and she could learn so much about the world through these words. Okay? By that time, Helen learned sign language. She learned, read and wrote in Braille. So by that time, Helen had learned how to read and write in sign language. Okay? And also she learned how to read and write in Braille. Helen was taught to read the speech of others with her fingers. She used to move her fingers over the other person's mouth and she could make out what the other person was speaking. Miss Sullivan taught her that too. Okay? At the age of 16 years, Helen attended college. When she was 16, she even went to attend the college. Helen graduated in 1904 with honors, right? She graduated with honors in the year 1904. She started writing books. She became an author. She became a really successful woman with all the hard work she had put in her life, right? She was a blind deaf writer and a disability educator. She used to educate people that these disabilities can never stop you or keep you back from succeeding in your life. There is always a way out and you can do so much in your life despite having one or the other disability. Okay? She was learned. She knew 5 different languages which are English, French, German, Latin and Greek. She had learned 5 different languages also, children. She died on June 1, 1968 and she was 89 years old then. Okay? So, this was such an interesting story about a girl with some disability, right? So, how she worked hard in her life in order to succeed, in order to achieve success in her life. Right? So, let's see what is the moral that we learn from this story. It is better to not have vision at all than to see clearly and not having goal or vision in life. Children, so more important than having your eyesight is having a vision of a goal for yourself. Right? This that it is better not to have an eyesight than to not have a goal in life. A goal in life is a must. Right? Now let's start doing the correct option. So Helen Keller was born in correct 1880. Keller was blind and deaf. She was blind and deaf. Correct. Number 3, Helen's home teacher was Miss Sullivan. Right? Number 4, the first word spelled by Helen was D-O-L-L, doll. Right? Now, Helen died in year 1968 when she was 89 years old. Correct? Let's move on. Now let's do the fill in the blank. Okay? Some people thought that Helen could not learn anything. They thought that Helen would never be able to learn anything. Number 2, her dad thought that they should find a teacher for her, her parents. Right? Number 3, Miss Sullivan gave Helen a doll. Very good. Number 4, she made the letters with special hand signs. Use hand signs to spell the words. Alright? Number 5, she learned to read and write in Braille. That's it. She used Braille to read and write. Okay? Now let's move on to true or false. Helen knew 5 different languages. Yes, she did. So it is true. Number 2, Helen could not see or hear. Correct. She was blind and deaf. So again, this is true. Number 3, Helen never attended the college. Is it true? No. She graduated with honors. So this is a false one. Okay. Number 4, Helen was often angry in childhood. Yes, she was. So it is true. Miss Sullivan was strict but kind. Yes, again, this is true. Now, let's start with the question and answer. Number 1, although Helen could not hear or see, what kind of girl was she? What kind of a girl Helen was? Yes, she was a very bright girl, right? How did Miss Sullivan help Helen? She helped Helen by teaching her hand sign language and also to read and write in Braille, right? Number 3, what did Helen learn when the teacher put her hand into running water? What did she learn then? Yes, she learned that anything that is wet is called water, right? Anything that is liquidy is wet. Okay. Describe the journey of Helen for her education. What was Helen's education like? Yes, she went to the college at the age of 16 and she graduated with honor in 1904, right? And she also knew 5 languages. She had learned 5 different languages, right, children? Now, what was the most important thing that Helen finally understood? So, it was the words. She found out that the words are the most important thing in the life. They will help her learn a lot more about the world. Okay? So I hope this chapter is very clear to all of you children. Right? So I'll see you guys very soon with our next chapter. Bye.